So today is a pretty exciting day, at least for me. I've been down here in Florida for just over, 3 months, maybe a bit more. And I have stayed in nothing except for Encore parks. I've boondocked a little bit, and the Thousand Trails parks. So out of all this time, I've pretty much been doing a regular schedule of things. But today I'm trying something completely new and different. So today I'm going to have my first stay ever at Boondockers Welcome. So for those of you that don't know what Boondockers Welcome is, it is essentially other people that RV that happen to also still have a home or a sticks and bricks, some sort of permanent location. There are two different types of people that use Boondockers Welcome. There are guests and there are hosts. So if you are a host, that means that you will allow people to stay at your house in return for credit if you decide to travel and be a guest. The other type of person that's going to be using Boondockers Welcome is a guest, like me, who does not have a permanent location, so I can't ever be a host, but I can be a guest. And what I can do is I can search through the listings on Boondockers Welcome's website, and then I can basically find a place that's pretty close to wherever it is that I would like to be, where I would like to explore, where I would like to hang out for a day, or two, and then I can request to stay at their location. And then they can read through my profile, check out a few of the photographs that I uploaded, and they can either approve or deny that request and say, yeah, come on over, or no, we're not going to be around, unfortunately those dates aren't available, or whatever. So I'll just give you a quick for instance. So if you log on and you make an account, so obviously my name on here is going to be Avion Awesome. What I can do is once I have an account, it costs me $30 for an entire year to become a member. I can click on search hosts up at the top, and then I can immediately start to search by destination. And I can say, okay, I want to search within this many mile range, and I can put in the date that I want to arrive, and then I can tell the system how many nights I would like to stay, and then tell them the length of my rig. Okay, so let's just say that I wanted to stay in Orlando or around the Orlando area, and let's search within a 50-mile radius, and let's just say that I'm going to arrive, on March 1st, okay? Then I can say I want to stay 2 nights, and the length of my rig is 25 to 30 feet, and then I can hit search. The system will immediately blow up to a map, and it will show me everywhere that I can potentially go in this area. Who's got accommodations that would fit all of the criteria that I put up here in the search bar. Just north of Orlando, I've got a place, it's called Farm, and it's in Eustis, Florida, I think that's how you pronounce it. So then I can click on the link that's in that section, and it gives me all the information about the location that I'm looking at. So it says here that they have space for 2 rigs, 40 foot plus, so they can accommodate any size rig, and the maximum amount of nights that I'm allowed to stay there would be 2 nights maximum. They also let you know that notice is required. You can give them notice on the same day that you're planning to arrive, but it's usually not a good idea to do that. You want to give them a little bit of extra notice. But they also have a maximum range of 2 months, so you're not allowed to make a reservation at this particular Boondockers Welcome any further than 2 months out. They have a 100% response rate, so these people are extremely attentive, and they usually respond within about 5 hours. So just below that, you can tell them what date you're going to get in. So you want to do, say arrival on March 1st, and then you want to do a maximum of 2 nights, and then you can click the big blue button that says request this location. And then down toward the bottom, underneath all of that, you can see what type of suitability they have. So they will accommodate slide outs. Your generator is allowed, barbecues are allowed, lawn chairs are allowed, and they also welcome pets. These are the amenities that they currently have. They have 30 amp electric hookup, they have water hookup, and they do have parking for your tow vehicle. below all of that, they also give you a small description of what type of accommodation it is. So it says here that parking next to a pole barn, they do have 30 amp service, water with a long hose, well water has some sulfur in it. They also tell you what the house rules are. It's a farm environment, and as such, there should be tripping hazards and other hazards. Children must be supervised at all times. Well, I don't have children except for my fur baby. The access road conditions are paved. The tow vehicle parking is directly next to the rig. And then they give you a small calendar here that will let you know exactly what days are available and what days are not available. So, when you first make your request to stay at a location, they give you a general idea. I think it's like a 25 or a 2 mile radius around where they're actually located, so that you don't know exactly where it is until after they actually accept your request to stay at their place. Then it gets, obviously hyper specific. And then you get a little bit of a profile to see, who these people are, how many references they have, how many references were positive, and how many were either neutral or negative. It also gives you how long they've been a member, and these people have been members since February the 2nd of 2014. I honestly had no idea that this website had been around that long. And the host's age are 65 plus. And then if you click this big blue button, you can go and read their full profile. And then just below that, you have every single reference, every single person that's ever stayed at their place, and they will give you a rating of how that host did. Were they made to feel welcome? Were the accommodations suitable for their needs? So you can basically find, it's basically like an Amazon rating. The more that they have, you can kind of get the idea of how experienced this particular host is going to be. Once you make a reservation and then you get accepted, all of that will show up here under your user dashboard. So these are the messages I've got. These are my upcoming stays. I'm going to have to blur these out so that y'all can't see it. And you'll be able to see exactly the name, address, the telephone number, and the date of where you're going to be staying. And then, of course, like I said, you can become a host. So if you happen to only winter in a few places, but you end up going home and you have some places to become a host, you can sign up to become one. And each time that you do, you get credit for doing that when you decide to go travel, when you want to go be a guest somewhere in the country. If you host while you are not traveling, you get credit to be a guest. But I will update how I thought it was, how much I enjoyed it. Do I prefer it to, say, like traditional boondocking, parking lots, campgrounds, stuff like that? So I've got 2 reservations for this upcoming week, 5 days at one place, 2 days at the other, and I'll let you know how it goes. So overall, my first Boondockers Welcome experience, my host definitely set the bar extremely, extremely high. And I don't really think that I'm going to be able to judge anyone else fairly. So not only do I want to thank my host, I also want to thank Boondockers Welcome for introducing me to the experience. This has been absolutely awesome. I have loved this entire experience. My host was gracious enough to also let me stay an extra 2 days above and beyond what Boondockers Welcome will allow hosts to allow their guests to stay. So I've been here for a full week. and I've tried to be as unobtrusive as I possibly could, tried to be respectful of my host's rules and all of his requirements and stuff. But we've had coffee damn near every day. I made them breakfast this morning. He has allowed other guests to use his showers, use his facilities, use the swimming pool. It's just been an absolute joy. So I can't, at this moment in time, I cannot recommend Boondockers Welcome near enough. I'm sure that not every host is going to be as awesome as this one, but if they even come close, it is such a better proposition than always having to stay in a Walmart parking lot or stay at a Cracker Barrel, just never really knowing for sure if you're allowed to be there, if you're supposed to park there. This is just a much easier, safer way. And for 30 bucks a year as a guest, you can't beat it with a stick. At any rate, thanks so much for watching yet another riveting episode here on the Avion Awesome channel. I'm your host, Mark Puckett, and I'm going to see you guys again on the next one. Peace.